Oh, hi. I'm in a different spot. She moved. Welcome in, Tons. Welcome in, Gus. Gus, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it a lot. Matt, welcome in. Scooter, congratulations on being first. How do you feel? Yeah, this is why I missed stream last week. It was stress shopping. Roby, welcome in, friend. How was the task that you completed this morning? Did it go well? Do you feel free? I'll stay vague for your privacy, but I am curious. Aloy's spying. I know, I put her there for you, Tens. My lighting still needs work. We know this about ourselves, but Aloy had to be part of it. Eventually, this setup will shift this way, and you'll see this blank wall behind me.
We're all just living in it.
It's Gus's wall. We all just sit in front of it. New year, new Katie setup. My back was killing me. I could not sustainably sit at the couch anymore. As fun as it was to have you all in my living room, couldn't do it. Could not do it. Stress shopping, the best, worst kind of shopping. Well, I mean, yeah, like I've been saying this to some people that have been talking about this in Discord and have been listening to me bitch, to be quite frank. This would be more fun if I had more money. But it's very much like a mismatch. This thing we found in storage kind of setup. And it works. It works. It's just not ideal. This is so not ideal. I said that for Emily. I don't think anybody else gets that reference. But yeah, New Year's new setup. It's a work in progress. I am fortunate to have found some stuff in storage that works. Did get up this morning but realized that my company is perhaps overwhelmed with sick people right now and no one reached out to me, so I'll resign tomorrow. I had a psych appointment today, so I wanted to make sure it was covered by insurance. Oh, that's very fair. Very smart. Very well played. Very well played. Oh my god, Mama Tamago. Congratulations on being first. Welcome in, friend. Emily, I was like, not sure if you were there, to be honest. And I was like, this will be how I find out if Emily's there. Life is so not ideal. Yeah, I had a weird fucking day. Anyone else? I don't know which planet is in the microwave or drinking too much Gatorade or whatever the fuck is going on. But if it could stop, that would be great. That would be phenomenal. Thank you for the pats. I love that new emote. You're very talented. Oh, to be a planet in the microwave. Do I want to be the planet in the microwave, though? Would that be relaxing? Would it be like a sensory deprivation thing? This New Year's already strange as hell. Yeah, something is up. I don't know what's in the water. It's bad. It tastes bad. It's like when you first start drinking collagen. I don't know if any of you have added collagen to your coffee. It makes it taste like dust. I don't like it. That's how I feel about what this year is adding to my life. It feels like dust. Shouldn't play with your food. Keep your hand off my egg. Who said it was your egg? Tons. Tons of ownership. It could be relaxing. Yeah, I mean, it could be melty. I'd be into that. I love how big the emotes are on this. Like, Topher's face is huge. Look how furious. The fury of Topher. Also, my chair came in today. If you were part of the chair saga, Jake bought this chair for me, and it was a real crapshoot. A real crapshoot. Because it was $100, and if you've ever gone chair shopping, that is fucking nothing. That's what you pay for trash. But so far, it's okay. I'm doing the sway thing that I need to learn how to stop doing, but I probably won't. Welcome to a new part of the channel. Drinking collagen? Yeah, I was drinking collagen for a little while. Like the, what is that brand called? Not sponsored. I didn't enjoy it. They probably wouldn't like me talking about it like this anyway. It's blue. Oh my god, I can picture it. What is the name of that brand? Hi, Haley. Welcome in. How are you? How's your day treating you? I was sad that you joined Discord right when I had to go back to work after my lunch break. I'm sad. I hope you had a good day. Thought he had a bowl he was munching out of? And I was relating as a huge snacker? I mean, that would be funny. And on brand. Topher loves to cook. Gatorade? Why are you saying Gatorade? Spider is huge. I know all the emojis are huge. I kind of love it because it showcases the detail that a lot of people put into their emotes. Well-deserved praise. It was really your dark murderous side that was relating all along. I mean, it's true. It is true. Also, I have butter cookies. I'm sad too. Wait, why are you sad? Is it a weird day for you too? I love sleeping. I'm trying to be better about my sleep hygiene. Murder and snacks are an ideal pair. Yeah, I feel like you need the snacks to fuel your murder. I don't know. Why do we always end up talking about murder on this channel? Am I a bad person? I just want to eat butter cookies and drink tea. Oh, my tea. I have ADHD. Hello. I forgot to take the tea back out. So that was an issue. We're back on track. Glad your day was good though, Haley. How's my day been? Weird. Really weird. I am not gonna get specific about what I do for a living because of obvious reasons, but I had a rather disgruntled person call me today after I repeatedly told them that the issue they were facing had nothing to do with my office, and unfortunately all I can see is the status of their situation. I cannot actually even view the documents that were causing that status. And today's the last day that the office that they really needed to talk to could be processing anything. And I told them that foolishly, and then they berated me for not keeping in contact with them for long enough and how they haven't had a lot of communication. And I was like, my dude, I don't know what I would have communicated to you because, as I've repeatedly told you, I don't have control over this. You need to talk to the other office. And then it was just like a solid 5 minutes of me sitting there saying nothing because silence is an answer. And this older person just saying over and over, this is really putting a bad taste in my mouth. And I was like, okay. There's still nothing I can do about it. Like, you expressing your distaste for how this is being handled is not going to change the fact that I can't do anything. Like, I don't understand your expectations at this juncture, my dude. Said that I missed you. Oh yeah, I was sad that I missed you too. It was like we were crossing paths. It was like that scene from Umbrella Academy, and I was like, no. We're just staring at each other in our cars. Those people are the worst. Yeah, that I have not enjoyed my experiences with that person. Thought you were a spy assassin that would explain all the murder. Taking out disgruntled individuals for profit. No. I can't be bothered, to be honest with you. Even if I had that inkling, can't be bothered. Look at my face. Not even bothered. Not even bothered. That's a cool mug. Oh, thank you. It's a Haunted Mansion mug, actually. My lighting is not amazing in here, so I apologize if it doesn't focus correctly, but it is Haunted Mansion. It's a goblet from Disneyland. It's very fun. It's very festive. It has peppermint green tea in it. The least aggressive tea in the most aggressive mug. Angry people are the worst. I had to deal with that. I mean, that was the weird part. This person wasn't even angry. Like, they were very much pulling the I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. And I was like, well, you're not my parents, so I'm immune to that kind of damage. I don't know what you want. for me. Just gonna reiterate the same thing I've been telling you for 3 months now. Should have offered them a butter cookie? Never! They're delicious, and good friends of mine gave them to me, and I don't want to share with rude people. But I'll share with you guys. I would share with you guys. I've been there. Eat a cookie, use mouthwash. Are you telling me to use mouthwash? Can you smell my breath over stream? God, that would be horrible. I do not want that kind of advancement on streams. It's literally in my channel trailer that I occasionally forget to put on deodorant. I do not want you to be able to smell me. No. Smell-o-vision. No, thank you. No, thank you. Not even a little bit. Pie, welcome in, friend. How are you? Even cooler mug than I thought. Oh, I have a collection of Haunted Mansion mugs. I am obsessed. To an absurd degree. Should have offered them a butter cookie. I already said no to that. Katie sucks at giving spoons. No, I mean, I give lots of spoons for people who are deserving of spoons. Katie does not suck at discerning who is deserving of spoons. How about that? This person was not deserving of my spoons. So I was like, you get nothing from me. Because that's going to make you much angrier than if I actually bit back at you. Me saying nothing is going to ruin your day. So I said nothing. Redbeard, welcome in. How are you, friend? How was the rest of your stream last night? I was lurking. New scenery, I live. Oh, welcome in, Vashon. Yes, this is a new setup. Yes, Pie. New setup, new setup. I have a desk from storage that's terrible and was covered in super glue until I discovered you can get rid of that with nail polish remover and some determination. But it works for now. Eventually we'll have an L shape and I'll have better lighting. But this works for now. We're making it work. Smell-o-vision. No, Tons, not like this. Disgruntled customer used disappointment. It was very effective. I mean, it wasn't very effective. Exactly. I was like, this is definitely triggering me, and I don't love this journey that we're on. I really wish you hadn't called me today, but I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of knowing my reaction. I'm just going to privately feel terrible and move on, you know? Left a bad taste in my mouth, and then I responded, he should use mouthwash. Oh, that's clever. I like that. Sorry. I'm doing great. Thanks. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. I had a weird day. We were talking about how it was weird while being really vague about what I do for a living for obvious reasons. Doing good. Glad. I'm very glad, Redbeard. Was loving it last night. Good, good. I looked over at certain points, and it seemed like it was going very well, and then there was one point, I believe, with a Clefairy that you looked particularly upset about, and I was like, I don't know enough about this game to be accurately comforting, but I hope you're okay over there. I don't know what's going on. But I'm sending you the vibes. Solvents? Literally magic? Wait, solvents? Wait, what are you talking about? It's progress, and I love that. Thank you, Vashon. It is progress. I was getting really discouraged because I don't have the money, time, or energy to do the setup that I want at this exact moment, but this works. And it came together surprisingly quickly. So, taking what it is, working with it. You know? You know? The business that got rid of super glue. I think those are solvents. Oh, yes, probably. I was told makes it sound like I had a conversation. I did not have a conversation. I Googled it. I Googled how to get rid of super glue on wood. And they said acetone, nail polish remover, olive oil, anything that would loosen the adhesion of the glue. Sandpaper and a dream. They said sandpaper too, but there was like a lot of like bold, very large lettering that said be careful. And I was like, it's from IKEA. Like, lower your expectations. This is not quality wood we're damaging. I just don't want it to have bumps of super glue on it. Never been so attached to my Pokemon ever before doing my first Nuzlocke. Oh, you were doing a Nuzlocke. That's why you were upset. I get it now. I get it now. I'm all caught up. I'm gonna dunk this butter cookie in my tea. Is that what you're supposed to do? Did I just commit an atrocity on stream? Wouldn't be the first time. If that was wrong of me, I don't want to be right. That was delicious. What are you doing? Oh, Jacob's getting me water. There's such good service here. Please don't pour water on the desk. That's stressing me out. Not funny. And I would know. I'm hilarious. Butter cookie. I know they're delicious. Justice and Topher gave me a tin of butter cookies. Well, 2 tins of them, to be honest. But I'm pretending it was 1 because I ate most of the first one. So I'm pretending it's 1 for Jacob's sake because I didn't share. So we're going to go with Justice and Topher gave me 1 tin of butter cookies. A coaster. The height of elegance. Those looks are so upsetting. I can't bring myself to release them, so they just go into storage. I don't think I could do it. I don't like being so limited. It's difficult. I don't think I have it in me. It is warm on this side of the apartment. But I also think it's this ring light. I used to use this ring light a lot. And it is, I remember it making me very warm. I endorse your dunking. Okay, good. I'm glad. You are the pastry aficionado as Pie Gopher. Gopher of pies. As a funny person, I can confirm you are hilarious. Thank you. Thank you. Game recognizes game. Do people still say that? I don't know what it means. Remember that time I said I was girl bossing into the sun and I was like, can I be honest? I don't know what that means. I still don't know what it means. And it's not even the right phrasing. The right phrasing was, I've girl bossed too close to the sun. Girl bossing into the sun is just what Icarus did. Hydrate? Thank you, I will. I'm going to drink some tea. And a stretch. In my best Valley voice. Like my water sparkling, please? Thank you so much. Like, thank you. Ugh. Like, thank you. I will give Navi a treat. I don't know how you're going to be able to see her anymore, to be honest. Or if she will come in here. She is not sure about this setup, this vibe that we're doing. She's... Oh, hello? Will you come in my lap? Is that something that you'll do? I don't think you will, but we're going to try it. A tin of butter cookies, but no sewing supplies? Wait, did I need sewing supplies? Oh, because normally it goes in. Sorry. Hi, come here. No, you don't trust me? Ow, your little claws are so sharp. Hello, my child. Would you like your treat from Haley? It is right here. For your numbing pleasure. You don't want it? You sniffed it and you don't want it? Why are you the way that you are? Oh my god. What if I do that? What if I put it on the desk for you? Is that helpful? No? You're gonna ignore it? You lack object permanence? If I put it on the thing behind me, she's never gonna know it's there. So you're just gonna have to trust me that I gave it to her. She's trying. One of my goals for this new setup when I get the Eld shape is to have an official Navi cam. Akin to the Tulip cam, if you're a friend of Hekvetica, fellow viewer of Hekvetica. I gave it to her. She finally got it out of my hand. My god. Navi is like the version of when you're trying to deposit a check in an app for a bank, and it's constantly yelling at you to move closer or find a darker background. And then when you do that thing, it just flips back and forth over and over, and it's just like, no, it doesn't exist. You've never seen a check in your life. It's not here. We don't, money's not real. Like, you don't have any in your account. No. Just a no. The kitchen noises are very loud now. That's good to know. That's incredibly loud. That's Jacob draining the sink. You lack object permanence? Meow. She agrees. Thank you for the treat for Navi. I appreciate it, even though she was rather difficult about it. Oh, maybe she'll come over here. Maybe not. We'll see. If you girl bossed into the sun, you just dared to do what all the other girl bosses didn't dare to do. That makes you, like, super girl boss. It takes an extreme level of gatekeeping to get to that tier of the MLM, but you can do it. It's achievable. You're not going to win the car because nobody does, but you could get there. You could try. Oh, Gus. How are you, Gus? How is life treating you? Ronnie, welcome in. How are you? She's so cute. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. We bought her a new bed because we bought her this really, really cute avocado-shaped bed with a little leaf on it, a little felt leaf. Oh my god, I need one of those plastic mats. I can't roll around in my chair. Anyway, we bought her this avocado bed and it was really cute, but when it arrived, we were immediately aware that it was made for kittens. And she doesn't fit in it because she is not a kitten. She be small, but she not be that small. So she didn't lay in it for a really long time, and I was like, well, I guess she doesn't like it. And then Jake finally caught her laying in it, and she just looked up at him, and I have the saddest picture of her like, am I doing something wrong? Have I misbehaved? Well, she's laying in it, so we finally gave in and bought her a new bed from Target, and I keep putting her on it, hoping that she will adjust and enjoy the bed that we bought specifically for her. She's very much not doing that. She's very much irritated. She's like, quit putting shit in the way. I don't understand this. You don't listen. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I'm like, why do you keep calling me? Things won't lay in any of the cat beds if they're on the floor. I've found it's very annoying. Oh. Well, I know it's a common thing for cats to want height. So I'm not necessarily surprised by that. I don't know that we've ever had Navi's bed on the floor, though. I think the lowest we've had it was under the coffee table. But there was like a ledge there. It was still kind of off the ground. It took her a while to get used to that, but she did like it. Because she could be near us, but we couldn't access her as easily, so she felt safer, I think. Binks is so cute, though. So adorable. I love Binks. She wants her avocado, no substitutions. I know, she's like, costs extra? Fuck around and find out, Mom. Fuck around and find out. I know guac is extra. I'm the guac. I'm extra. I'm like, I am painfully aware. Painfully aware. But anyway, I think eventually, long story short, we'll have a Navi cam. Oh my god. She paid for the guac. She wants the guac. Now I want Chipotle. Why have you done this to me? Why have I done this to myself? You didn't start this, to be honest. I equated the avocado comment to Chick-fil-A. We don't eat there. To Chipotle. Who is texting me and why? No one is texting me. That was a Twitch notification. How embarrassing. Because I just had guac. Did you make it? Or did you buy it? Because I feel like I know the answer, but I don't want to assume about your life, you know? I don't want to make assumptions. I don't want to make an ass out of myself. In front of Mystic Goose 13. So I got curtain bangs. I got a haircut. I'm like a whole new person. I haven't seen you in a week. So much has happened. You assumed correctly, though. But I wanted to make sure you felt involved in the conversation. Because it's about you. It would be rather awkward if you weren't involved.
This is Gus's world.
It is Gus's world.
We're all just living in it.
You're right, me. You're very right. Okay, we're gonna draw today, and my goal, I guess, my aim, my intention is that we're gonna work on this idea I've had for a graphic for the channel for a long time. I don't know if it's actually gonna work. We're gonna doodle. I'm not gonna try to do anything super intense today. I'm not gonna try to make anything look super nice. I'm just gonna make it because I've had this idea of a controller, like a game controller, broken in half, and then Katie sucks at gaming in the middle. Thoughts, feelings, ideas, protests, affirmations, other nouns. I love that idea. Okay. We've got a good vote for it so far. Thank you, Vashon. Vashon, how are you doing? How is life treating you? Being right all the time. Is it going well? Because so far you've said 2 correct things. And that's enough for me. I've also been trying to think of sub-badge ideas. I love seeing people do art. I'm doing well. I'm glad. I'm very glad. So I'm okay with it too. Okay with it. What a vote of confidence. Vashon is always right. You have to immediately rebrand. Immediately rebrand. Immediately. When you're right, you're right. Okay. Is my iPad charged enough for me to draw? It's only at 47%. Only at 47%. Okay, I'll tell you another story and then we'll draw. Once upon a time, 7 years ago. This is a serious story. It's a real story. 7 years ago, I stumbled into a new hair salon and I said, I would like 1 hair appointment, please. And they said, you may go to this person that you've never met before. And I said, that's terrifying. Let's do it. So I stumble into this chair in this hair salon and I go, I'm going to be honest with you. One of my best friends has been cutting my hair for like 10 years. I'm really fucking nervous. These are the instructions she gave me when I very, very nervously asked her what she normally does to my hair because she lives too far away. She can't do my hair anymore. And she was like, okay, yeah, I can see how your friend cuts your hair. I can totally replicate this for you. And I was like, that is precisely what I wanted to hear. I love it when actors follow the script to a T. 1 take and we're done. She cuts my hair, it goes great. And I was like, phenomenal. 10 out of 10 experience. I got a discount because of where I worked at the time. All around, good vibe. Was very into it. I go to that same person for 7 years. She's always given me the same price. She moves to a different salon. She ups her price like $10. And I was like, makes sense. You're renting your own chair. Times are changing. Like, things are expensive. I've referred a lot of people to you, so I appreciate the discount, although I've never asked for it, and I never would demand it of you. I am appreciative of it. So then her price goes up again. From $65 to $85. And I'm like, that's a little steep. But the price of being able to rely on you and being at the point in our relationship where I don't have to tell you things like I need layers and this side should be shorter or whatever. Like, I can just sit down and be like the usual. Hour later, I'm done. That's worth $85 to me. That's worth the $10 increase. But I was a little on edge about it. It was not market value for our area. So then she starts announcing that she's not going to do color anymore. And I don't do color very often, but I like having the option. Like, it's when it's there. Like Aloy behind me. Am I going to pick her up or interact with her at all for this stream? Probably not. Do I like that she's there? Yes. I like having the option of interacting with Aloy. I'm dealing with the price, and she tells me she's not going to do hair color anymore, and I'm like, well, all right, I get it. You want to specialize? I understand. Growing increasingly wary. Weary? Wary. Both of them. Whatever. Whichever you choose. Tomato, tomato. And then I go to book an appointment earlier this month. And I look at the prices while I'm booking the appointment because it tells you the price and time that it should take for the service to be completed when you make the appointment. She's up the price to $100. And I was like, I love that you value your work. I love you are advocating for yourself. I cannot afford that. And to be totally honest with you, my hair is not that complicated. I don't do anything super fancy. I don't feel like what I need is $100 worth of hair care. So I went to her previous salon because I knew how to trust them. I knew they did good work. And I was like, hello, I would like one haircut, please. And they were like, yeah, no problem. Can you show us pictures of references? And I was like, yeah, here's some Pinterest pictures, and here's a picture of a haircut that I really liked. And she immediately went, and I was like, yeah, I know, it's a picture in your salon from a few years ago. Sorry. And she was like, did this person do it? And I was like, she did. She did. And I have never felt so awkward and so trapped. But she did a good job, and I got curtain bangs. Maybe she, like, really fucked up the back because she was bitter. I'm kidding. She didn't. She did a great job. But I was really nervous. I haven't been to a new person in a really long time. Like, 7 years. So I was like, first of all, this feels like a first date. I don't like that for me. Don't love that vibe. Second of all, this is feeling like it's going badly. Because you know my ex. My hair ex. So that was awkward. That's my life. The story really had layers to it. It did, because if I don't get layers in my haircuts, I get headaches. It had to. I love your hair. Thank you, Haley. It's a lot to manage, to be honest with you. It's a lot to manage. But when I get it cut, it's usually good for like a month. But then I wait too long, and then I have awkward first date hair stories. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I took a week off and I forgot how to do this. Look at Ayla. She's judging me. What if I just... Thank you for the lurk, Haley. I appreciate it a lot. I think I'm going to switch screens, even though I'm only at 52%. Because I'm impatient. It's not showing anything. How awkward for me. Why isn't it connecting? What is everybody doing today? What's the situation? What are you up to tonight? What's for dinner? Tell me everything chronologically. Why is this not... Hello? Lonely screen? Can I has lonely screen? Why no work? For why? I have a voice lesson in 5 minutes. Very excited. Voice lesson as in like voice acting or as in like singing? Or both? There it is. Singing. I don't know a lot about voice lessons. What does that entail? What are you going to be up to? Oh, also, this is one of the last things I drew. If you've ever had Christmas cracker candy, that's what this is. I drew this on Christmas, and then I started working on this apple pie. I don't love it, to be honest, but it exists. It was a fun, quick drawing. But what we are going to work on... Don't know what we're going to work on, to be honest. I think I need a rectangle. Let's do I guess this. Yeah, this will work. And I need a good reference photo. So let me actually hide this real quick. Because I didn't plan ahead, which is predictable for me. A really cool instructor through the School of Rock, so we'll be building upon my previous work. He'll get me warmed up and then choose some tunes to work on. Oh, okay. I meant like genre is what I was actually asking about. But I do love this so far. And I love that you're loving it, because that's what's important. Yeah, this'll do. Okay. Way. Oh, wrong button, that's why. Gravity by Roby Benzel. What? Like Idina Menzel? But Roby? Oh, you know what? Defying Gravity? Gotta run, but I'll catch y'all later. Bye, Roby. Have fun. I'll work on it. What are you doing? Tons. Did you pick a house yet? Did you find yourself a tiny house? Do you think it's gonna work out for you? Oh my god. These curtain bangs are like cute, but could they not? Could they not? I don't know how to do this. Without the mic being in my way. Okay, I think this will work. As long as you can hear me relatively well, this will work. Pretty limited in this area with our price range, but we'll probably have to go with the second one we saw that my husband wants. One of the pre-builts, or not pre-builts, new builds that you were showing me? New construction townhome. Got it. Look on Zillow all the time, but my area is so expensive. Bashan and I do the same shit. Then I go, I'll never own property, and then I get really sad. But it's nice to, you know, think about the concept of. Like I look for my mom too, because my mom is trying to retire. And she would like to retire on the West Coast somewhere, but maybe not in California. Like a Pacific Northwest kind of vibe. Even that stuff is expensive. Anything she wants, expensive. For alone time and work. Relatable, though. That's cool that you could see it starting. Yeah. Oh. Oh, because these are not merged. Got it. been a while since I opened Procreate. Can you tell? Is that not closed? Zillow's apparently not a good site according to my realtor. She recommends Redvine. Wait, Redvine? I've never heard of that. This is a Redvine household, though. If you like Twizzlers, we're not going to get along. I have heard, though, that Zillow has some shady dealings with buying property to upsell it or something to that effect. I'm not knowledgeable enough. Don't quote me on any of this. I'm not knowledgeable enough to know the details, but I know that they have some particularly shady business properties, I guess. I don't know. We moved our mother-in-law with us. All of my husband's family kept telling us to sell and buy ranch-style home, but we're like, are you going to buy it for us? Because we poor. I know. Apparently, I have been told, and again, not an expert in this, have no idea how this actually works. I have been told that one of the only ways to break into property owning in California, which is where I am, is to buy small, like, shitty properties, do minimal renovation, and constantly upsell. Like, that's the only way to do it. Like, you buy a small condo that you can, like, change the countertops and the floors in and sell for $100,000 more than you bought it for, and then just keep building equity and the profit of the property, and it's the only way to buy anything normal size in California. Oh, Redfin. Okay, I thought you were telling me about a new one. I got excited. Prices in Nashville just keep going up. They're going up everywhere. Honestly, I was surprised that you could find anything that was not already spoken for. It seems like people have such a hard time just finding property that's not already gone. And people are like really, from what I've seen or been told, it looks like people are overpaying for it. So you get an immediate bidding wars. It sounds awful, honestly. Like, as much as I want to own property, I don't envy anyone that's trying to own it right now. What if I just had a streamer tiny house? Would that be functional? Because I think we all know that the answer is no. No, it would not. Parents keep wanting us to move to Jackson, which is pretty cheap to live in, but if either of us lost our job, we would be screwed because not much of a job market. Oh. Well, do you feel like you will continue to work remotely? Do you think that's an option for your work situation? Or is that what you're implying? Like, if you didn't have the option to work remotely, there wouldn't be a lot of options for you. It's hard. Why does that keep filling the way that it is? Could you stop? A tiny house compound. I agree. We made this joke in Discord, and I think you should do it. I support this fully. I think you should just get multiple tiny homes. Get one tiny home that can be the kitchen, one tiny home that can be the living room, and one for the bedroom. You'd never have to worry about overlapping noise. You'd never have to worry about bothering each other. Your husband would have unlimited alone time. Just pick any of the different tiny homes. A tiny sanctuary. Apparently new construction is the best way to avoid getting into bidding wars. That's why we went that route. Oh, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. Because then you just have to make sure you get one before it fills up, right? Less competition. That's what we've heard as well. The tiny homes, they're the best way to go. We'll be working remotely, but it's more about the issue of if something happens to either of our jobs or companies and not having that safety net of our gainful employment somewhere else. Yeah, that's fair. It's hard. That's why Jake and I can't really move either, to be honest. As much as we like the concept of it and would love to be closer to some of our friends, it's just not really viable. Because I work pretty close to where we are. And he is going to school pretty close to where we are. So for now, I think we'll be here for a while. Even though we don't particularly care about being in this area. I think we will be here for some time. I wish I was working remotely again, though, to be honest. I do not like being in person. Because no one else that I work with is in person, so it doesn't really matter that I'm there. Like, my immediate coworkers are in person, but the people that I need forms and signatures and important things from are not there. So I'm like, why does it matter where I send this email from if you're going to ignore it no matter what? Riddle me that. I'd hoped we'd be able to find something closer to Nashville proper, to be honest, but I guess that's just not in the cards for up to our $330K budget. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all we would be able to afford if we were looking at houses here, and you cannot buy a bathroom for that amount of money in California. Like, you cannot buy anything. You can't buy your realtor's time. I can't afford to be at an open house. So I don't know how all of that is gonna go. But I assume we will find out. One way or another. 400K was doable. We'd have a lot more options. Isn't that always how it is, though? They're like, well, if your budget was this, you could have everything you've ever dreamt of and, like, 3 extra bathrooms. But since your budget is this, you can have, I don't know, this leftover sandwich? I know it's not livable or related at all to your request, but you can have it. Someone's car alarm is going off. We're gonna move that there. We're gonna merge this down. We're gonna... What are we gonna do? How do I want to do this? I need to soften these up. I think that's a little better. Trying not to get too particular about this, though, because it's just a sketch. It's just a sketch, Katie. You're sketching. You're not making a final product. I hate it. You can just make this our starter home and flip it in 5 years or so. I mean, yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Like, that's the method you have to follow to own property in America, it sounds like. It'll still be nice, and I'm gonna go ham on decorating once the budget allows. What's your decorating style, Tons? Tell me everything. Show me your Pinterest boards. What kind of theming do you like? I tend to do mid-century eclectic. Because I really like the idea of mid-century modern. And minimalism and like clean, put away situations. But in practice, that's really hard to do. So there's just a lot of things that functionally hide our clutter in our house. And our couch is from Article, and that's as close as we're getting to mid-century modern as I think is possible for our current situation. When your budget is IKEA, your expectations have to be low. About as low as the price tag. I've done zero Pinterest research. That's okay. Not everybody likes Pinterest. Clean, minimalistic-ish, probably darker colors. Okay. My office will be nerdy. That is shocking information. I am shaken to my core that you, tons of fail, are nerdy. Shaken. Not stirred. I bought an ergonomic chair. I know you can't see this fully, but you can probably tell from how I'm sitting. I bought an ergonomic chair so I could help with my back problems. Jacob brought over the ottoman from the living room and put a blanket on it for Navi to lay on if she so chose. So instead of using my ergonomic chair the way I am supposed to and helping my back, I am instead putting my leg on the stupid ottoman because I'm too bisexual to sit properly and I'm fucking up my back. But I'm also very comfortable. You know? It's not that I can't win, it's that I make myself lose. I'm too bisexual to sit properly. Thank you for... yes. The term too bisexual had to be permitted? Not just bisexual? You're not allowed to measure my bisexuality? Too bisexual for this chat. I can't be trusted. I think the sides of this are wrong. I think we need to do like... yeah, more like that. I don't like that. The Automat doesn't believe anyone can ever be too bisexual. Going custom for closet storage though, for sure, in the master in the office for sure. And a wall of shelves for the office. I would love to eventually, in this setup, have shelves behind me to display all the cool shit that like people have purchased for me, aka this Aloy behind me, or cool things that we have bought, like... I'm willingly getting distracted. This dice bag. Yes, this is a dice bag. It's full of my dice. And I adore it. It's leather with etching in it. Here, hang on. Let's really appreciate this. Look at this dice bag. And it's got this nifty magnetic flap on it to get your dice out. I'm obsessed with it. And these maps, by the way, are Devonru, if you're familiar with Critical Role and the map making that is involved in Critical Role. Now I'm out of focus. Oh my god. It's amazing, how dare you. I know. How very dare you, Tons. I fucked up. It smells like soup in my house. It's not a bad thing. It's just not an expected thing. Close enough. Might do a custom desk eventually. That's also eventually my plan. So I relate to this eventually section of your talk. But I would love to have shelves behind me to kind of curate my background as I want to rotate things out. If people send me stuff or if I purchase things and I talk about it on stream. stickers that I have of other streamers that I love and adore. I would love to do that. But, you know, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. It looks cool. It's amazing. How dare you? I know. It's so cool. I bought it from Cantrip Candles. I don't know if it's available online through Cantrip Candles. I was there at the actual storefront. That's where I purchased mine. I'm obsessed with it. Absolutely obsessed. But like a shelf with that and Aloy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Can you tell I don't feel like sketching this? Can you tell I'm afraid that this is going to look bad? And I'm avoiding it? We're not going to worry about streaming stuff, but I'll definitely go for a 3 or 4 monitor setup. I have 2 right now, and it is functional, shall we say. But I'm using an old TV as a monitor, not its intended purpose. And boy, does it let me know. Toshiba is very much making me regret. I think we need more of like an eclair shape for these side pieces. Yeah, I think this is a good one. And I think I've made the section in the middle a little too butt-like, if we're being honest with ourselves. Why am I on... Oh. So let us yet again fix this. Yeah, but we don't want butt-like. Either make it a butt or don't, you know? It'll feel less butt-like once you add the buttons and stuff. Maybe. I just feel like it needs to flatten out a little. Yeah, like that one. I think that is much better. So we're gonna copy. Give that butt some cake. No, that's actually the opposite of what we're doing. We are flattening it out. Am I just living wild and free, not with the drawing guide on? What am I doing? Oh my god! Oh, I somehow did that perfectly, though. Good for me. So we're gonna make this really shitty, and then we'll trace it when we're happy. Fixed budgets are rough. All this will be slowly over time and saving for expensive stuff versus getting cheap. Yeah. I mean, there's like an awkward balance between that, right? Like you want... There was an immediacy for me, like in my setup, my example, where I was like, I cannot keep sitting at the couch. My back is killing me. Like, I know this has to be bad for me. It's hard to not have everything set up all the time. Like, I just wish I could sit down at my desk and be like, yeah, I feel like streaming. Let's do it. But then I look at the prices of the things that I want, and I'm like, oh. Well, how badly do you want it, though? Like, how badly do you want it? Because I don't feel like we can accommodate how badly you want it, actually. I feel like that's not going to work out. For the budgetary restrictions that we are facing. Merge down. Okay, and then we're going to select this eclair because I like it better than the other eclair. But we're going to flip it. We're going to flip this house. Does anybody else get other streamers' channel trailers stuck in your head? Just me? Good to know. One of the greatest honors I have ever received in my life while streaming, in the streaming sphere, was when lovely friends of the channel, Pulo and Reverse, came in here and told me that they regularly around their house repeated something I said in my channel trailer, and it's escaping me what it is at this exact moment. I really was hoping it would come to me as I was saying that sentence, and it did not. It did not arrive. But they repeated something from my channel trailer all the time in their house, and that is one of the highest honors I have ever received. It was beside myself. I'm a star plays in my head on the regular. I'm a star. I'm a lady and a star. I get parts of Justice's trailer stuck in my head regularly. I get parts of Mama Tamago's trailer stuck in my head. This is who I am. Please accept me. I occasionally get the Curly Avengers. I just remember to have a horse stuck in my head. Because my brain will pick up things that are not music, but replay them in my head as though they are available as a song on Spotify. Are you on the verge of an existential breakdown? Join us. Welcome in, Drew. How are you? How's life treating you? How's Diablo treating you? Are you still playing that? Is that old news? Am I ill-informed? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna merge this down. We're gonna select... Ew, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna select this half. We're gonna flip it. Put it over there. We're gonna get rid of this nonsense. Yeah, I'm much happier with that. I'm still grinding like crazy. How many hours is Diablo? Or is that an online game? I'm very ignorant about the Diablo series. I apologize. But I'm teachable. I swear. Okay. We're gonna put this trash pile all in its own layer, and then we're gonna trace over it like professionals, because this looks like shit. I don't like any of that. Also, I forgot to do something. Why does it smell like soup in my house? Is Jacob making soup? Are you making soup? He has all 4 burners working. All 4 burners are active and making something that smells like delicious soup. It's not soup. Because there's not a pot in sight. There's 1 pot. I lied to you. There's 1 pot. It's not big enough for soup. He told me he was making chicken Alfredo. It's the chicken. It's the chicken. Plenty of people are already over it, understandably so. Well, I'm not over it. I don't know anything about it. I wanted to learn. I wanted to know what the people know, Drew. Wanted to see him dancing. Oh, that felt good. I'm a star. I love that that plays in your head, Pi. I think Fwa 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 plays in my head a lot. But that's not like a specific video moment. That's just like a catchphrase. It's just like your entire identity. Oh, my iPad fell while I was drawing that line. What a mess I am. There's an opinion that it doesn't have a very good endgame, but I disagree. Okay. You can spoil it for me. I sincerely doubt I will be playing it, but I want more knowledge. I want to learn about the things that you care about, Drew. Get out of here. You're a gross line and you knew it. I'm so pleased that Fa is a thing. I honestly loved the night that I came into your channel and just brain goo leak into your chat, said it, and the immediate rush of relief when I realized it was your bit and I had said it in the right place, because I thought it was just my nonsense leaking everywhere, like some sort of nuclear spill. And then you did it right back. And it was like, these are my people. This is why we work. I had no idea that was your bit. I thought it was a thing that Justice started saying. But to be honest, you say it better than him. Which makes sense, because it's your bit. But I'm just affirming you. A lot of it's very minimal, min-maxing type of stuff. Mostly doesn't have a lot of impact. Just equipping gear that makes your character 2% better. Like milk. There isn't much about the story for spoiling. You go kill the devil over and over again. Oh, well, it is called Diablo. I guess that is expected. Although, to be honest, I never thought about it at all. So I'm not surprised that you kill the devil in Diablo. I'm just disappointed. I'm kidding. Or am I? You'll never know. You will never know. It will never be apparent to you. .2% better, like milk. Have I shared with you guys that I think I might be allergic to milk? Because I think I might be allergic to milk. Specifically half and half. I think I'm allergic to half and half. Or what coffee baristas may refer to as breve. A nightmare. No, I don't think it's regular milk. I think it's something in breve. Because once upon a Christmas break, I went to Dutch Bros for the first time with my mom, with Mother Sucks at Gaming. And I had never been there before, and apparently it's like their specialty thing to use Breve in all of their mixed drinks feels like the wrong word, but you know what I mean. In all of their specialty drinks. And I, like, panic ordered a specialty drink because I was like, well, I normally drink black coffee, but, like, it's, I don't know, I'm trying a new place for the first time, and they're known for their specialty drinks. So I order this Golden Eagle, I think it was called. It was alright. It was very sweet. Drink a little bit of it in the middle of the day, and then we got really busy running around doing errands, buying last-minute stocking stuffers, whatever. We had a lot of stuff to do, picking up food. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna drink this in time. I'm gonna throw it in your fridge while we're at the house, and I'll drink the rest of it later. It felt fine for most of the day. I'd only had like 3 sips of it at this point. Then we get home, we're eating dinner, doing other stuff, and I drink the rest of the coffee, and like an hour later, I'm telling Jake, like, is there something on my back? Like, what? Can you, like, is there something stuck in my sweater? Like, I'm really itchy. Like, what's wrong with me? What a story to come into. Hi, Digi. Hi, Heck. Welcome in. I'm talking about how I had allergic reaction over the Christmas vacation times with my mom. I hope you're both doing well. What am I making? I have a vision for a stream asset drawing of sorts of a broken controller. So, like, a controller broken in half, and in the middle, between the jagged edges of the broken controller, it'll say Katie Sucks at Gaming. I'm drafting it to see if I like it. So I drew it very poorly to get the shaping correctly, and now I'm tracing it. And now we're talking about my allergic reaction, because I feel like Pie Gopher is perched upon the edge, the pie crust of his seat. He's not. It's probably like, this is a weird story. Why is she telling this? And she's circling back to it. Oh my god, make it stop. Can we redeem Avril Lavigne mode? Anyway. So I drink this drink from Dutch Bros, and it was really sweet and not really my vibe, but I was like, whatever, I want caffeine. And I'm getting really itchy, and Jake's like, no, like, there's nothing on your sweater. Like, have you worn this one before? Like, maybe you're allergic to it? And I was like, no, I wear this all the time. Like, I've worn this multiple times. This is one of my, like, staple sweaters that I wear regularly. It's not the sweater. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, I don't know what's going on with me. And it's getting, like, increasingly overwhelming how itchy I'm getting. And it's kind of, like, everywhere now. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, it feels like an allergic reaction, but, like, I didn't eat anything weird today. Like, I've had coffee before. I've had all the other stuff that we consumed today. I've had tri-tip. I've had garlic bread. Like, I was, like, going through the whole list, and I was like, the only thing that's new is Dutch Bros. So I guess there's something in Dutch Bros that I'm allergic to. And it was such a weird long-term reaction that I am still getting itchy almost every night. I don't know what's wrong with me. I might be dying, but we think it is a long-term allergic reaction to half and half. This is my long-winded story about my allergic reaction. A-Machine, welcome in. Looks amazing, but I also see a lady giving birth. Ew, where? Children are gross. You're talking about Aloy? She's just sitting there, minding her business. What if I booped her? Beep. Beep. Draw me like one of your Aloy girls. Okay, just give me it. With a little more. Nope, that was wrong. And then if we. Oh my god. That hurt my arm. That was like a hyperextension. I should have switched hands. I'm dumb. What are we working on today? So I have this vision, mama. For a game controller. Broken in half. Katie Sucks at Gaming in the middle. Thoughts? I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know what the plan is. But I've thought about it for a long time, and I want to draft it out and see if I like it. You poor thing. It was not a pleasant time. I would not recommend it. Would not recommend it. Like a banner? Sure. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Because it's going to be too wide for a logo. Unless, well, I could do broken pieces layered on top of each other and then Katie Sucks at Gaming in the middle. I don't know. I don't know yet. We're just messing around because I had a weird day and art felt like the way to go. To be honest. How was your day? Also, why is it 20 degrees warmer in my apartment right here than it is everywhere else? Is it because I'm allergic to half and half? Is it because Dutch Bros personally attacked me? I'm kidding, they didn't. Don't come for me, Dutch Bros. I just think I'm allergic to you. There's no hard feelings. Jake's throwing things. You can all hear it now. You can all hear how violent he is. Heck, how are you liking Kina? I am loving listening to you play it. Because I've been working desperately on this new setup. Hi, I'm in a new setup. I'm at a desk. I've been working so desperately on getting this finished so it was usable by today that I had to lurk in a lot of streams, but I was listening to you play the whole time. It was great. Bye for Legopher. If you don't know what Digi and I are talking about, by the way, since both of us have mentioned Avril Lavigne at different points, we're talking about how Pie Gopher is the original t-shirt and tie wearing person, and Avril Lavigne personally attacked them by stealing their style. And we're upset about it. So we're reclaiming that style for Pie Gopher, and I redeemed the unofficial channel redemption Avril Lavigne mode, akin to Canadian mode on Pie Gopher's channel, in which he simply gets a tie. It's far less complicated. So why did you have to go and make things so fucking complicated, Avril? Why? Why? But I jokingly asked if we could have Avril Lavigne mode, and Pie immediately was gone, fetching a tie. Like, the commitment to the bit right off the bat was amazing. Doing dishes so I can't super actively talk. Oh, you're fine. Mine was okay. Meeting was pushed to next Tuesday. That was supposed to happen tomorrow. Love that. Now I'm gonna make my first banana pudding. Oh my god, banana pudding's delicious. I hope it comes out amazing. Also, if we're in your cabinet, hello. Hello, cabinet. There's probably oregano over there. Sometimes when Mama cooks, she puts her phone in her cabinet. Like her kitchen cabinet. We're spices. All of us are spices. Tag yourselves. I'm probably... I don't know. What would I be as a spice? You can be a spice girl or an actual herb. Up to you. When You're Gone, the song I can't remember. That album was so good. Kina's amazing. I'm glad you're loving it. It's such a beautiful game. They gave a shit about that game. But also, I've heard that the people that made that game normally do shorts, like movie shorts, which makes a lot of sense for the digital quality of that game. And this is their first video game. I hope they make more, though. It was beautiful. I loved it. It was too short, was my only complaint. It should have been me. It should have been the breakout punk pop princess. It should have been Pie Gopher. Should have been. Isn't it ironic? Isn't it, though? Isn't it? God, I love banana pudding. It's the whole reason we get along, heck. Our love of banana pudding. Even though we've never discussed it until this exact moment, it's the entire reason we get along. A friendship based in banana pudding. I really do think. You really do be thinking. I don't know what you're thinking about, because that was more than 20 seconds ago, and I don't know what you're referring to anymore, but you do be thinking. I'm sassafras? That tracks. Am I pumpkin spice? Because I'm wearing orange, and I like to be seasonally festive, but most of the time I'm just, like, out of season and don't really care. But there's some petty bitch out there that's like, it's the best. It's the only thing I'll drink all year. And we're like, it's July. Like, why do you want to taste fall in July? What's wrong with you? It's me. I'm the petty bitch. Pumpkin spice cold brew is good. I don't know what to tell you. Damn you, I was going to take that joke. Go eat a Snowflake Day. A Snowflake Day lamb taco? What? A lamb taco sounds delicious. I could never be a vegetarian. As much as I respect it and I know it's important, and I do try to have less meat in general, lamb is so good. I love Greek food. And that is a big part of it. It's like rain on your wedding day. I love that I have seen that bit across several streams from Digicub. It's the funniest breadcrumb trail of all Twitch. Why is it so warm over here? Am I dying? Have the Dutch Bros come for me? What an awkward way to die. Anyway. Controller. Do people normally get it wrong, Digi? What do people normally respond with? Ah! How embarrassing. I hit it correctly and then I overcorrected and showed you my photos. There's nothing bad in there. You just don't need to see that, okay? People think it's already late? Oh. It's a free ride when you're already late? No, it's when you already paid. That's the emphasis of free ride. Rain on your wedding day is not a desirable thing. That does not equate. Those comparisons do not equate. That's stupid. That's stupid. It's a stupid thing. That's a good controller color. I like it. It's very controller-y. Did you do this survey on your stream? Or did you... I like the visual much better of you arriving at people's homes, being like, hi, do you have time to talk about our Lord and Savior? Whoever sang that song? Because Katie sucks at gaming, can't think of it. But I need to know what you think the lyrics are. Would you fall for this trap on Do You Know the Lyrics? I asked across 2 streams. I love that. Alanis Morissette. I was tempted to say that, but I was afraid of being wrong. I felt like it would have gotten a very big reaction if I was wrong and I had said Alanis Morissette and it was actually like Shania Twain, who actually did play God in Dogma. She did. Also, I do not think Sheryl Crow sang it. I just was uncertain because they're very similar. Is that controversial? Honestly, they're all the same. Let's see. Hecbetica understands. Drew, don't laugh at me. I'm kidding. Laugh all you want. Maybe she's thinking Paula Cole. I'm not thinking Paula Cole because I don't know who that is. I know who Paula Deen is. But I think her version would say it's like rain on your butter dish, not on your wedding day. Where have all the cowboys gone? This feels like a trap. I'm gonna be honest with you. It feels like a trap. Because I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I've lost all ability to know what it is that we're talking about. Not a clue. Not a singular clue. And if we do...
Katie.
Oh, hello. Dinner's being delivered. Thank you, hon. Look at this delicious dinner.
Katie.
Hex says hi.
Hi.
What is that?
Take them both.
Oh, take the... Oh.
Giving them to you.
Oh. There's also bread things. I don't know what they are, but they're bread things and they're mine. Oh, Drew, it's just Jake. Not hi, Jake.
Oh my god.
Can Jake bring me a bread thing, please? Yeah, sure. A short flight. It's just across the country. You know how it be. Shut the fuck up. Did you make arepas?
What?
Did you make arepas?
I made cheesy bread.
Oh, I thought you made it like, I thought this was the thing from Encanto.
No.
Ooh, it's delicious though. This is the stream now. Holy shit, that's good. Not every Canadian alt-rock girl is the same. That's a hurtful stereotype. Pie! They just all copy you. That's what makes them the same.
I turn on the fan without disrupting the stream. Like on the
I don't know. I feel like it'll be loud, but I appreciate that.
Okay.
Did you have the oven on? Is that why?
No, a little bit of smoke from the cheese grilling.
Oh, no, I was wondering why I was warm.
Yeah, I got myself a little bit.
Mm.
Yeah, it's alright. Okay.
He burned his finger. I had to kiss it to make it better. That's the law. They each have a tell that helps identify them. Like identifying twins between each other. You're like, they all wear ties over their t-shirts, but one of them is wearing cream, not white. And one of them has been wearing their t-shirt inside out all day, and none of us have told her. 'Cause why? Bread. I know. Bread. It's not delivery, it's Jake. It's both, though. It's Jake delivering something to me. Which is even better. Did you know there's a hack to getting DiGiorno delivered to you? Instacart. It's delivery and it's DiGiorno. Hopefully it was service with a smile or you're going to give him 2 stars. It was service with a burnt finger. Service with a burnt finger. And some cheesy bread. I don't know what this is, to be honest with you, but it's delicious. He's putting a printer in here. Why is he putting a printer in here? The lies, Jacob. The lies. Who is she? Who needs printing? For it is not I. Okay, I'm focusing. We're doing it. It's happening. Here I go, focusing. Focusing, like, so hard on how much I'm gonna eat this cheesy bread. Having ADHD is fun. Especially when it's undiagnosed and unmedicated. Thank you for noticing, Hackfretica. I appreciate that about you. And we're just gonna duplicate these. Because I am too lazy. And also I want to be very precise. What is everybody else focusing on? What are we doing? What's on the agenda for the evening? Really? Oh my god. How I guessed all those layers correctly, I don't know either. So I shan't be giving you directions on how to do it for yourself, because it's unclear. Unclear to me. How we've arrived at this juncture. Gonna lurk a bit to play a computer game. Have fun. Thank you for the lurk, Pie. Hope it goes well. I hope you win. I'm playing in a video editor. Ooh, what are you editing? Obviously a video, but like, what kind of video? Is it like a TikTok? Or is it like a channel trailer? What are you working on? Played a little Valheim and then rage quit at the end. Now I'm thinking about bed, but I don't want to. That's such a mood. That is such a mood. I'm trying to get better about my sleep hygiene. Wow, that is hard. It's very, very hard. I struggle with insomnia so much that when I don't feel I am struggling with it, my body's like, but you could be. Like, you could be, though. Like, what if you just stayed awake? Like, what if you were just awake for a while? Trying to make a stinger for my channel. Ooh. I'm excited. I want to see it when it's done. Turn in your homework on time, Digi. Why can't I sleep when I can just fall asleep anytime I'm still... For more than 20 minutes during the day. I mean, honestly. Another advantage to working from home that I miss. I'm not getting anywhere close to a circle, to the point where the Procreate's like, you don't mean a circle, right? Like, there's no fucking way you're trying to make a circle. There we go. There's an episode of House MD about that? Wait, what? Making a circle? I used to watch House a lot growing up. I liked his spicy attitude. Whatever that means. You ever just say things and then not know what you were talking about? Because I do all the time. Welcome into Katie Sucks at Gaming. I'll be your host. literally all I do here. That is gross. I don't like that. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna custom make that color, because that's the right way, but the wrong moment. That's better. Sleeping in small bursts. Oh. Well, that makes sense, because I assume that's something that healthcare workers do by choice or not. Especially when they're on call. I don't like it, but it's something. You know? Like, it exists. For sure. That is a thing that I made. How do I want to do this? I think I want to... Oh, it won't let me treat it like just one. I was wanting to erase one side. Can't do that unless I merge them, though. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna delete that. We're gonna go out to the gallery. Select this. Duplicate it. So we have a clean copy. But we can fuck around with this one. This is getting messier by the moment. It's weird seeing your stream without Navi staring into our souls in the background. I know. I need to figure out a perch for her. We do have Aloy, though. Is Aloy not enough for you? Welcome in, Shadow. How's it going? How's your day treating you thus far? Okay. Hello, Connor. Welcome in. What are we making? I have this vision. We're drafting. We're not really, like, making anything. We're trying to see if this vision I've had is something I should pursue. I'm picturing two halves of a broken controller opening apart from each other, and then Katie sucks at gaming in the middle. Just eating McDonald's, so it could be better. But what did you get from McDonald's? What's your go-to order? She wants to get good at games. No, I don't. I just want to break controllers, apparently. Thank you. There we go. Try to make this, like, as uneven as possible. As random as possible. Like, LOL, so random. XD rar. But that is so hard to do. Okay, I think that's pretty good. 2 double cheeseburgers and fries. Smart. Smart. I don't like McDonald's fries. I want to like them, but I don't. It's all about the waffle fries for me, which is a real bummer, because the place that shall not be named was the best place to get waffle fries, and I have yet to find a better one. So I just don't have waffle fries. Like, that's the solution, but it's a sad one. To put them on the burgers? I don't understand your lifestyle. Like, I don't understand what you've just said to me. Can you fill with a razor? No, right? It's life-changing. Try it. I'm afraid. But I want to believe you. I want to believe in life after love. Just don't know if I'm physically capable. And Cher will, like, not get off my ass about it. Not this. Not what? So sorry, you guys have the same color on my chat? So I didn't realize it was from different people. Big brain move. I hope it doesn't taste like a big brain. That'd be gross. All wrinkly. How was your day, Connor? How's life treating you? Tell us everything. Are you playing Wordle? Can you explain it to me fundamentally? Because it's everywhere. And I don't understand. I don't even have animosity, I just have confusion. I thought somebody just got really into Rubik's Cubes, to be honest with you. It's the Raring 20s. To the XD RAR, oh. But I'm like so random. Like I'm the most random. Please accept me for who I am, Connor. I wordled for the first time today. Do you feel different? I got it right, but I also don't understand. So the confusion doesn't go away? It's just a part of my life now? Frank! Welcome in, friends! Hello, hello, lovely people, to Katie Sucks at Gaming. Well, to Kate, hello to Katie Sucks at Gaming. Hello, me. Hello. Welcome in, friends, to Katie Sucks at Gaming. My name is Katie, and I'm pretty bad at this. Tonight we are drawing some nonsense, because we can. And I'm trying out an art thing. A raid video is going to play shortly.
Some streamers do it for the fame, some streamers do it for the money. But Katie does it because she sucks at gaming. And boy, does she. She's the worst. Seriously, just wait till you get over there. Katie and stuff. Being a woman is exhausting. And Oh my god, the stream is boring. Oh my god, I've wasted all of this time. I'm not good at this. Holy shit. JB sucks at gaming. Why are there so many sound commands? Because they think I'm a loser. But not me, I said. Katie sucks at gaming owns the Mona Lisa. I own the Mona Lisa. I'm Katie Sucks at Gaming and I own the Mona Lisa. And if you disagree with me, it's because you're jealous and petty and small and I won't associate with you. So if you guys are not following the wonderful Katie Sucks at Gaming, we are playing with her right now. She's streaming right now.
I even cut it off incorrectly. Mix It Up said no. Mix It Up said no. Anyway, thank you for the follow, Cody. That was one of my best friends, the Gigglepuss Gang. As a bit for his birthday, I made for him a special channel trailer that I say is something my marketing team has made for me. Because I shan't be doing my own marketing anymore. And I'm going to use it all month. I was trying to warn you, though, because I know there are a lot of people that know the Gigglepuss Gang and know the bit. Like, I wouldn't have to explain it necessarily. But I feel I may have scarred some new people. Either way, welcome in. How was your stream, Frank? How was it going? It was absolutely amazing.
She's
Thank you.
Mess.
I made it myself. I am a mess.
She owns in a box to the left.
It's over there now. It's this box, particularly. This one with Aloy on it. That's the box. Also, Katie, we need to play Phasmo. I would play any game with you because you're lovely, and I think it would be a good time no matter what we were playing. But I will forewarn you, I did not enjoy Phasmo. I did not have a good time. I didn't have a bad time. I just don't find it long-term entertaining. It also didn't spook me. I thought I was gonna be spooked. I was not spooked. I'm truly not very good at video games either. Cody, you're gonna fit right in here. We're full of nonsense. We're drawing some other nonsense. I think a Phasmo stream where we're all just fucking around and having a good time would be perfect. But if you're going into a Phasmo game with me and you want me to take it seriously, it's not going to work out. It's not going to be the vibe. Thank you again for the raid, friend. If you need to take a break to get some food, get some water, if you need to go to bed, I know time differences are a thing, please, please, please take care of yourself. I still need to work on Mix It Up, so Shadow entrance, still don't have it right. Oh, we can help you, Redbeard. Obviously not in this exact moment, but we can help you. We got you. Stream went well. We played some Raft. Oh, I've seen you been playing that. Kind of got wrecked by a bear. Wait, there's bears? I thought you were out in the ocean. I haven't been paying close attention. That's embarrassing. I've been called out. We just need to play something together soon. I miss you. I miss you. I would love to play games with you. I would still be shivering in my boots in Phasmophobia. Honestly, Mama, I think you would be fine. I thought I was going to be terrified. It was fine. It was fine. I think you would be nervous the first time. And then after that, you'd be like, eh. I hate Phasmophobia. I get so scared. Oh, you've tried it? Okay. Be glad to play Phasmo with Katie and or Frank. We can put something together. Let's grab the spirit box and prank call the ghost. I've done it. We couldn't get the ghost to respond to us in that stream, so I started insulting it. Just openly insulting it. I don't even remember the ghost's name because I didn't care that much about its feelings, but I remember saying something to the effect of, you're ineffectual. You're never going to get a promotion. This is why your wife left you. Other nonsense like that. And then the ghost came out and it was furious because I was right and no one has ever called it out like that. And then we had a torrid love affair. It was very complicated. Because you know when you see someone, like you really see them, it's a special connection. What if I just disassociated for like 20 minutes? You thought I was daydreaming about ghosts. Gross. Gross. You're all gross. Play Devour? No. I didn't know. Unless it is free 99, no. I'm not going to pay for my own misfortune. I've seen that played. It looks like a bad time. Katie's coming for your mama's Mix It Up style. Not even a little bit. When I said we, I assumed Mama would be there, to be honest with you. That was the we. The Wii U. This song is good. Should Katie stream Dark Souls? Shadow? Why are you the way that you are? There's a poll in chat if you'd like to vote. One of my mods has gone completely fucking rogue. Wants me to play Dark Souls for some god-awful reason. If you'd like to vote, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. But yes, I'm going to step away and grab a snack. Bye, Frank! I hope you have a delicious snack. Docu-series is coming soon about me and my ghost lover. It was fun once I stopped giving a shit about the game, to be honest, but it depends who you're playing with. And I want people to be aware that I'm not going to take it seriously, which is shocking information to them because I take so many games so seriously. It's really difficult for people to process. Lonely Screen. I will never pay for you. Get out of here. All true. Yeah, you were there. Spoopy. Indeed. Ooh, a Wii U. Yeah, not just a regular Wii. You're a Wii U. You're from Wii University. I was born this way. You know, I believe that. I think you're the only one that's going to vote on it, though, to be honest with you. Oh, no, people are voting no. The tides have turned against the Soul Factory. Which is really unfortunate, because there are a lot of electronics in that basement, and that's going to be a nightmare. A true nightmare to fix. You are not going to come back from that financial devastation. You're not. Because you paid 6,000 gold for the eye patch. That's another one that gets stuck in my head sometimes. Just like random bits of people's stream trailers. Loop. And it's not just like one audio track. It's like all of the stream trailer audio tracks are there all the time. But some of them grow louder at different points. Like the audio is just mixed differently some days. So it switches violently from Justice? Right as I was promoting you? To I spent 6,000 gold on the eye patch. Oh my gosh, earthquake! I have them all memorized at this point. I love them all. They're the best. Also, does anybody understand the reference that my title is? Because I feel like there has to be at least one of you that is on the same side of TikTok as me. I don't know how I was granted permission to be on that side of TikTok, but I love it there. Does anybody know? I wish I could be more helpful, but I genuinely do not know this person's username. I just know that she appears like a fashionable Pokemon every day. And I love her for it. As a person attracted to men, I think TikTok does not send me her. I don't actually think it's like a bisexual or lesbian specific thing. I don't know how I was blessed with her appearing on my For You page. It feels like one of those random occurrences. Like in Stardew, when the witch puts the fairy dust over your crops. Feels like a very minimal chance that it would appear. But I'm honored to be here. Or like when you get the pie in Fallout 76. It's a Rocky 5 reference. Shadow, get up. She's hot. Just look her up. I'm trying to do you a favor, Shadow. I've not seen her. I had to look her up. Oh, yeah, I figured. My TikTok is all FNAF. Why can't my brain figure out what that is? Five Nights at Freddy's. My brain wanted it to be Final Fantasy so hard that it was like, no, it must fit. It must be. It shan't be anything else. I don't even know her name. I don't either. Just look up my title of my stream. You think you can come into my chat and make a poll that nobody asked for and then not Google something when I specifically say you should? Because you can't. That's how life works. That's perfectly acceptable behavior. Final Fantasy. Yeah, no, seriously, my brain was like, Final Nyan and Fantasy. Just look up hot girls. Yeah, there you go. Hot girls in your area. Followed by boobs. Yeah, definitely do that. My classic Google searches in the 5th grade. It's just women sweating. They're like, oh, it is warm in here. Just women in the desert. That's so subjective. What a generic thing to search. And then you grew older and you searched things like attractive females. And they were like, why are you pronouncing that so weird? And you were like, why can you hear me pronouncing it? I am literally typing in a Google search bar. That's weird. We're living in 1984. And they're like, the year is 2012. Pull yourself together. Anyone have emote ideas? For you? I think you should make... I don't know how you would do this, but I think you should make one related to your new channel redemption. Like an egg splitting through time. Thirsty for Love is my autobiography. That sounds like a terrible MTV show that I would 100% hate watch. Time Warp, yes. That's the one. Also, if you have not seen Time Warp on Mama Tamago's channel, some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. And also looks like just a good old-fashioned good time. I tried to erase a cat hair off of my iPad. I must be stopped. This is a fun place. I'm glad you think so, Cody. We're happy to have you here. Justin BFF, welcome in. Is MTV still a channel? I have literally no idea. No idea. I haven't had cable or anything related to that in a lifetime. That sounds like a follow-up to Rock of Love or something. It does. It sounds like the prequel to MTV's objectively best show, Next, in which people board a bus single and leave it single, because I don't think anybody actually had success on that game, to be honest with you. They're supposed to enter the bus and leave with a significant other, but I'm pretty sure they just left the same. I don't think anything ever happened on that show. Also, Justin, welcome in. If I didn't say that already. You're always so witty. Oh my god, thank you for noticing. Yeah, Frank, you're absolutely amazing. Uno Reverse. Sammy Jeff Coat. Sure. She's amazing. I love her. She wears very expensive clothing very well. I'd be seriously impressed if you found it. No, he did. Just based on hot girls. No, I'm pretty sure he searched by title. Yeah, I searched the title. The only show I watched on MTV was Pimp My Ride. Oh my god, I forgot about that show. Or I was repressing it. Was I repressing it? I don't know. I liked it. MTV in the 90s and early 2000s was a mess. I'm sure it still is if it's around. Room Raiders? Date My Mom? Wait, what? I don't remember either of those. Say more things about both of those shows. Hi, I'm Chadsburg. I'm 27 and my parole officer has no clue I'm here. I hope that Shalessica has her standards set low enough for me. But I guess that's what we're gonna find out on the bus today. Find out next on Next. Was that a good enough audition? Do you think I'll get in? Did I do it well? Tattoos and an accent? I'm sold. Precisely. Shadow, do we have the same taste in women? Is this why we get along? Hire her now. Get someone on the phone right now. 7 people voted no on the poll that nobody asked for, Shadow. Do you see what you've done? I'm trying to bond with you over liking a British woman. And this is what you're doing. I am also straight up, I am not objectifying this woman. I genuinely think she has a really cool style, and I love her format for her TikToks. You should watch her. Thank you for the follow. Please correct me if I am saying this wrong, because I am hesitating. I want to do right by your username. Is it Kyuchan? Would you like to be addressed by something else? Please let me know. I'm dying. Don't die. No dying allowed. You have to finish Tomb Raider first. Then you can die. You're making me wish I'd seen it. Oh my god. Justin, no. It's so bad. It's so bad. Every person on that show was scripted and still somehow awful. Like, they didn't even know how to write them as better people. They came in and the audition was be who you are. And they were like, that is perfect. Just keep talking. And they wrote down whatever garbage came out of their mouths. And we're like, that's the script. Repeat that back to me several times. She actually looks like my ex's sister. Oh, really? Room Raiders was a wild show. Wait. What was Room Raiders? Was that like a knockoff of TLC? Trading Spaces? I never played Dark Souls, but I immediately voted no because I've seen what the game does to people. This is when we get along, Justin. I thought you just searched hot girls and I'm like, wow. No, she starts every video the same, and it's amazing every time. She'll say whatever day of the week it is, and then she'll say, let's get dressed. It's Tuesday, let's get dressed. And then she puts on 4 items from Gucci that are more than I make in a year, for sure. And then shows a variety of bags that all somehow perfectly go with this amazing outfit. And she's like, should I go with the Fenty or the Chanel? It's gonna be the Chanel. She's amazing. I love her. Her tattoos are more than I make in a year. Also that. I have no idea what she does for a profession, but I want to know. I'm very curious about the rest of this woman's life. This person's life, I should say. I don't actually know that much about this person. I lived on Next when they get off the bus and immediately get nexted. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. No one found luck, love, lust, anything that started with an L. Didn't find it on Next. I love you, Katie, but I have to be that guy and hop off here. You're not that guy. You're taking care of yourself. Proud of you for doing that. Sorry I can't stick around for longer. Apology not accepted. Thank you for taking care of yourself. Sleep well. Thank you again for the raid. I hope you dream of MTV's Next, but with a weird alteration to it, like they're all turtles, you know? Like something that doesn't make sense. More than the regular show, because the regular show did not make sense. But I think turtles would make it weirder. I think that's the key. Roommaters was a show where there was one man or woman and 3 date candidates, and they select from 3 according to how those people's rooms looked like. What? Who got paid to come up with this? Who? Somebody, for shits and giggles, suggested some of these shows in a boardroom one day, and everyone was like, that is perfect. And they were like, that did not go according to plan. That is how every MTV show was made, and I am not taking notes or feedback on that. That is 100% how that happened. Because that is not rational thought. What I just read is not rational thought. What's your Patronus? The last time I took the quiz, which was several years ago, because to be honest, I kind of fell off that fan base a long time ago, and now I don't support the author, obviously. I believe was a snake. I believe it was a garden snake. But I don't remember. It's been at least 5 years. They had his back. This back that included black, light, rubber claws, etc. What? MTV rebooted Cribs last year? Oh my god. Why? I don't like Cribs, but I do like the Vanity Fair thing where they ask like 100 questions while they walk through their crazy houses. I did like that bit. It's not really a show, but it was on Vanity Fair's social media for a long time. The Vanity Fair thing is great. You have great taste. You understand, heck. This is why we get along. Why are my headphones beeping? They shouldn't be dying already. That's my song. Do you think that'll attract somebody from MTV's Next? Also, can we just appreciate that that is not the first time, not the second time, but the third time I have brought up MTV's Next on stream. 73 questions. Yes! My headphones are beeping. Hang on. They're being, like, super needy. I don't even think my cord reaches me. This is how I go. This is it. Yeah, I physically can't. I'm upset. I like the one where there's kids showing off their parents' house and all their friends that are hanging in the pool. Oh, they were all awful, like, McMansions that looked the same. The same builder made all of those houses. It was free advertising for one builder. And they all had a really large theater that was playing, like, Jimmy Neutron. I apologize if this is making a lot of noise. I have a new setup and I'm not, like, used to it. Where's the cord? Is this it? No. Let's play the game of which cord. Nope. Which cord is that? I think this is how I die. The stream setup is going so well. Ugh, it's beeping in my ear. 1 second, chat. Bye! If anyone wants to come do some cable management for me, that would be fantastic. Because this is not it. Flavor of Love, though? I don't know, man. I couldn't get behind that one. I couldn't do it. Why can't I have nice things? My God. If you just show it to Justice, he'll do the cable management without asking. He would look at it and be like, "You're better than this. Stop it. You look directly at me. You stop it. You listen directly to me." And he's right, but I don't have the cable management stuff yet. Hang on. Am I stupid? Do I not know how this cord works? This is the right cord. 110%. There we go. No, it is not USB-C. Also, real question for anyone in chat with long hair that wears headphones a lot. Do you just put your headphones over your hair? Because I am still adjusting to this over the ear headphone situation, and that just feels wrong every time I do it. Anyway, back to this episode of Flavor of Love. Make a space for my headphones? Okay, so you do what I just did? Because it always looks like people straight up put it over their hair. And I don't understand. Or I have my hair up. Oh, a hack. Do you use Mix It Up to do that? Is that a Mix It Up bot command that's available to me? See people do it both ways. Exclamation point updo in chat. Next is your favorite show. It's official. No, it's not. It is definitely not. My favorite show. Ooh, that's hard. My favorite show. What would be my favorite show? I watch Gilmore Girls a lot, but I fully accept that that show does not age very well, and it is not for everyone. But I do watch it a lot. Favorite show. That's hard. Used to watch Gossip Girl, XOXO, The Soul Factory. Your favorite show doesn't need to be other people's favorite? Oh, yeah, 100%. And I am also very much, I know I joke about people having, like, wrong opinions, quote unquote, on chat a lot. I don't care if you don't like the things that I like. I hate that kind of, like, weird niche gatekeeping. Like, people don't have to like the stuff that you like. It's okay. I'm not gonna be offended. I'm just gonna be disappointed. I'm kidding. Did I miss anything else in chat? I want to make sure. No, I did not. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Don't call me Shirley. We're getting there. I feel like it was easier to have a favorite show when we were young because we'd only seen like 20 shows. I know, honestly, I was like, God, what? I mean, I know what I watch a lot, but I don't know if that's genuinely my favorite. It's difficult to say. How do I... like that? Yeah. There we go. Get that exact jagged edge to match, because I'm insane. And I need it. I need it to be correct. My favorite show. I'm actually going to take the background off. Oh no, that's harder to see. I thought that would be helpful. 'Twasn't. I've watched Gossip Girl. I've watched Gilmore Girls. I've watched... what are the other classics? What's everybody else's favorite show? I think I have more favorite movies than favorite shows. The Office is a common one. I liked The Office. It was okay. Not to the point where it's a personality trait of mine, but, like, I liked it. I also tend to like those kind of, like, very silly throwaway shows. Ooh, I just realized I am not doing this correctly. So we're just gonna go ahead and hide that. Put this here. We're gonna fix this because it's not done correctly either. Yeah, I'm like drawing a complete blank, to be honest with you. I loved like Downton Abbey. I tend to like period piece shows a lot. I tend to be into those. I don't know that I would call it my favorite. Watched a lot of Game of Thrones when that was a thing. I like The Witcher. So hard. Good Omens is another show that I really loved. Let's see what else. Castlevania is one of my favorite shows, for sure. I love some good religious commentary. I love some vampires. Castlevania delivers both. Hmm. I don't know. It's hard. Maybe the best way to do this is actually to trace this in a weird color and then work off of that. Season 2 might come out next month. Of what? Of Castlevania? Castlevania's last season, and I believe it was season 4, has been out for a little while. Are we thinking of different shows? Upload? What? Justin, what are you talking about? I'm so confused, friend. There's a show called Upload that I said is one of my favorites. Oh, I did miss a message. I'm so sorry, Justin. Upload is still pretty new, but it's one of my favorites. But being into tech, it's my favorite niche. Wait, what's Upload about? I've never heard of this. What have we watched recently? We're watching Archer, because it's our, like, default, like, stupid humor show. I have watched Centaur World at the recommendation of Kirik the Orc. I've watched The Last Czars. I've watched The Great. So 20 years in the future, there's a digital afterlife and capitalism is continuing to capitalize on the poor. That sounds about right. It sounds very Outer Worlds. Not too gloomy. Okay. That's fair. That is fair. I also like shows like Grand Designs. Like architecture, home renovation, stuff like that. Some cooking shows, but I like more of the food documentaries than I like competition shows. I feel like American competition shows and food arenas are just vicious for no reason. Like Bake Off, so much better than any episode of Kitchen Nightmare that I've ever seen. Or not Kitchen Nightmare, I'm thinking of the wrong show. What's the one where they're mean to each other? And they get money for being mean to each other. Cutthroat Kitchen? Because I love Alton Brown. I think he's a genius. But wow, that show is horrible to watch. They're so mean. Hell's Kitchen just fucks with my anxiety. It's not even that it makes me anxious. I just don't find that structure to be enjoyable. It doesn't actually show how good of a cook you are. Like, there is a level at which it shows how ingenuitive you can be, how innovative you can be. But some of those sabotages, I'm like, that's not... This is like inventing fire again. Like, this is not a sign of your prowess in this industry or your ability as a chef. Alton Brown is wonderful. I love Alton Brown. I have Alton Brown's cookbook. Alton Brown and, oh, what's his name? He hosts Chopped. I think Chopped is the good, like, marker for the limit on competition shows where I'm willing to take the fuckery of it all. Like, Chopped is just enough of a challenge that I think it's still interesting and not hateful, but I think that's because the show is built around that challenge and it's not any of them doing it to each other. Like, no other contestant is making it hard for the other one to succeed. I don't even like competitive video games. It's better working together with a team. I like solo games, though. I do like multiplayer games. I'm not saying that I don't, but I think... I don't know. I do have a competitive personality, so a lot of people are surprised that I don't like those ultra competitive shows. I like the mean shows. I tried watching Bake Off and it was too boring. The Darkness of Mama Tamago. What's your favorite mean food show? Do you like Cutthroat Kitchen? Because I used to watch it a lot, and now it's gone to a certain point that I'm like, I don't know, man. Hell's Kitchen? I've never actually seen Hell's Kitchen. Or MasterChef. I haven't seen that either. I know people that love it, though. What are you making? I am making this drawing that I've had in mind for the channel for a while. It's just a draft. This isn't going to be anything like official that I keep, but I wanted to see what it would look like drawn out. I drew this controller, duplicated it, and I'm going to make it look like it's broken in half. And I'm going to tilt them apart and put Katie Sucks at Gaming in the middle. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it, but I've been wanting to draw it for a while, and I really needed like a chill art stream today because I had a weird work day. And sometimes we just need them good vibes, you know? Sometimes we just need them good vibes. Love solo games. Exactly, Justin. The team is us. It's me, myself, and I, and we work together so well. Matches made in heaven. I'm also an only child, though, so I think that's just my only child leaking out sometimes. And I'm generally distrusting, so I don't like relying on other people. I'm okay with letting people help me, but I don't like relying on other people. Which is why every D&D character I've ever made is a druid, because I know, at the end of the day, I don't have to rely on the healer to come help me. The cleric doesn't need to be around for me to survive. I can heal myself. I can be a mountain. I can be a cat. I can be anything I need to be in any given situation. Also, this is my formal petition for Mama Tamago to play a druid in the next D&D campaign she is involved in. Because they are objectively the best class. I'm not a druid. Boo! Why not? For me, it's just not having anyone to yell at me if I mess up. Oh, I can try as many times as I want and I can stop when I want. Yeah, that's very true. You have ultimate control of the pace.
What's this?
Listen, you know I'm bisexual. You put a footrest over here, you knew what would happen. Is it ergonomic with my ergonomic chair? Absolutely not. Was it inevitable given who I am as a person? Yes. The butter cookies, no!
You have food.
I know, I need to eat my dinner. I'm slowly picking at it. It's delicious.
What?
The bread pudding is good. Ooh, wait, I thought it was banana pudding. Did you make banana bread pudding? Trisexual footrests. I don't know what that means, but I kind of love it. No, just regular bread pudding. Oh, you said banana pudding earlier. I got really excited. Could we make banana bread pudding, though? Is that a thing? Oh, you're fine. I'm not actually making fun of you or pointing out a flaw. I got really excited because I like banana pudding. Bread pudding's good too, though. Didn't you just talk about the footrest, or did I hear it wrong? No, I did. There is an ottoman to my right that Jake put here so that my cat, Navi, could perch and hang out with the stream. But she is obviously not giving any fucks about being involved in this stream setup that I have now. And it's also very obviously given me a nice footrest. We could probably do a banana bread pudding, but do you like banana bread, Mama? Banana flavored bread pudding? No. Instead of bread pieces, you use banana bread. That is my suggestion. Oh, footrests are in there too, apparently. That's the third in the trifecta. I get it. I like it. The straight white man, I have absolutely zero problem talking about something I know nothing about and I refuse to apologize. Problematic. I'm kidding. You have an open mind and I know that about you. I know it's a jest. A jest in online. See? Unless you want me to, of course. Okay. We've done it. Look at that beautiful line. 6:40 a.m. for me. I think I need to go to bed. Good night, Kyochan. Thank you so much for hanging out and for the follow. Hope to see you again. Everyone go say goodbye to them. You're a delight. I hope you sleep well. I hope you dream of banana bread pudding. And then you let me know how it is, because I'm a little nervous. And maybe Dream You can help me troubleshoot that. Maybe they can't, you know? Maybe I'm asking for too much. Maybe I'm lost in translation. Maybe I ask for too much. Should they be even or like a little... I don't know. Bed for me too. Good night, Heck. Sleep well. I officially unlurk. Welcome back, Rashawn. You're trading spaces. I've avoided the inevitable for too long. Relatable content. I hope you sleep very well. I hope you dream of Kena, because that is a beautiful game and I think would lend itself well to some really vivid dreams. Trading spaces, boys versus girls? No. Rashawn, no. Not like this. We can't talk about Room Raiders and TLC's Trading Spaces in the same show. Same show? Is this a show now? Do I run a show? Heck, I gotta sleep well. I adore you. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope everything you want in life comes to fruition for you. Trading Spaces was so good, though. I have complicated feelings about Trading Spaces, and I'll leave it at that. Good night, friend. I appreciate you, and I genuinely hope you sleep well. I'm gonna hide my screen for a second to see if I have my logo available on my iPad. I don't think I do. Fairly certain I do not. But we shall be finding out. No, does not appear that I do. There was an episode where a woman put hay on these people's walls. I just remember that I always hated Genevieve's style. It was not for me. It was the wife swap of home renovation. It really was. It really was. I am genuinely surprised that I don't have my logo on here, but give me a moment to fetch my logo. Believe I have it on Canva, I think. Not sponsored. I'm not logged in on Canva. How awkward for me. Is it on my computer? I hope. Let's see. For now, we can let this be on the screen again. If I was ever on one of those shows, I'd just leave everything alone because I don't have the audacity to mess with someone else's house. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I can't fault you for that. But that's also the point of the show. So I don't know how much they would like that about you. Are you kidding? I don't have my... A bunch of my stream stuff got misplaced. And I don't know how this happened. And apparently that includes the logo that was made for me. It was Hildy. Oh, I think it was Hildy that I didn't like. And there was a lawsuit over it. Were they allergic to hay? Was it a murder? Was it a trap? Was it premeditated hay? But it's for television? Yeah, exactly. I'd never get invited to one just saying, oh, well, they put glue all over the walls to stick hay on? What? It took them 17 hours to take the glue off? I am unwell. I am Lynn Unwell Miranda. That is unacceptable information. Deceased. I want to go to my Google Drive. Is that too much to ask for? Go to Drive. Yeah, here we go. This is what I want. My screen, no! So if I were to hide this, go to my Google Drive, hypothetically, I could download this file. Used to love Extreme Home Makeover, but thinking back at how they did those kids' homes with life, how it is, there's probably still a few people living in their childhood bedroom with a race car coming out of the wall or something. I just read an article about this, actually, and apparently a lot of the people that were on that show ended up having to sell their home because the value after it was renovated was too high for them to pay taxes on. Like, it was actually not good for them. It backfired. Like, oh my god. Grump, like, how are you? Like, how are you? How is your day, like, treating you? I'm downloading a file, and then, like, I'll show you what I've been working on. And you can, like, see what's happening. Maybe. If I can, like, figure out how to do this. Apparently I can't. Wow. Awkward for me. Why can't I, like, download this to my iPad? Did I do it? I don't feel like I did it. I don't understand. I did do it. Okay. One moment. I miss you, and I'm, like, so glad that you're here. How have you been, friend? Dying? Oh my god. Darkest Dungeon. Oh, I thought that said Darkest Dungeon 3, and I was like, how did you get exclusive access to a game that is so new that I didn't know it was, like, happening? Like, I didn't even know that there was a third. I thought there was 1 and 2, and that was it. Okay, so based on this vibe, I'm gonna go with I hate it, first of all. I'm gonna go with that's a bad time. I'm living in the future. I love that for you. Have you even been to the year 3000? Because it's basically the same, but, like, we live underwater. And your great granddaughter, she's doing, like, fine. Like, she's doing fine. I know you didn't ask about her at all, but in the context of this song, apparently that was, like, critical information. So I felt like I should tell you. Just, like, looking out for you. I still don't like this. I think my idea was flawed. Which is a little bit of a bummer for me, but, like, not necessarily surprising given my lack of experience and general lack of direction. But, like, mayhaps we shall find a way around this. Yeah, I don't think I like this. But it was fun to try out. And now I know. Because it is indeed Mike's super short show. So we have that going for us. Grump, like, what did you have for dinner? Was it delicious? Tell us everything. TMZ exclusive.
Yeah, wow, I like really hate this. This was such a better idea in my head than it is in reality. But that's why we draft things.
You shut up?
I will.
Shut up.
Okay, David. Jesus Christ. I think the idea is there just needs tweaking. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Because I'm thinking that this controller is not a vibe unless it is together. Maybe it needs to be a different kind of controller. I'm really not sure. Oh, maybe that's... yeah. We're getting there. I think it's closer. I like this better. I think I should have started with a square. I still don't love this, but it's better. Right side is bigger than the left. Is it? Okay, that should be pretty damn close. I think we're on to something. Just don't know what it is. And I think this green color needs to be up here. No. Why are you the way that you are? But do we like that? Like a green? No. Wow, we do not. Try the left side straight and the right side angled. Aye, aye, Captain. And move both of them up. This also needs to go in a little bit. I'm not mad. I feel like that is something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. Yeah, it's doing something. I like it. I agree. What if we openly ruin something somebody made for me? It was the same color. I changed it to the same color. I was like, ooh, that's nice and different. something I haven't seen before. It's literally the same fucking color. Okay. It's time to eat some noodles. And think on this. Because I think it is something. But I'm not sure what that something is. Oh yeah, we would be doing shading, but I wanted to see if I liked the concept. I think I do. I think I'm into it. I think maybe the logo, like the name, needs a white outline or something. I don't know. I'm pondering it. Thank you for thank you for the suggestion, Grump. Wow. Like a neon look? Yeah, because the bottom thing is supposed to be neon. And on its own, it has kind of a neon-y effect, but I think with this behind it, it doesn't. I'm not sure. Because I'm trying to figure out what my branding is. And I don't think this will be it, but this was an idea I had, so I'm just playing. I'm vibe shopping, if you will. I like that. For animated emotes, this would be... It would be way too small for you to notice that kind of detail, but... But what if we did an animated emote of it breaking? Without the logo. And the two halves splitting off. Is that something I should look into? One of the first offline banners I ever made was from a template on Canva, and there was this controller on there that I really liked. And I think that has kind of stuck in my brain. And that's where I came up with this. That'd be cute. Because I'm not like a rage gamer. I don't really rage quit many things. But I think it fits with the name. I don't know. We're on to something. This could be the start of something new. Gaming rage emote. I don't know. When I am a little ragey, it would make sense. I just don't want the brand to reflect something I am not. You know? Because, like, you're the most chaotic, grumpy person I've ever met. So it would be fine for you. Hello, John. Welcome in, friend. They were playing not a goddamn thing. Not a thing. Yeah, we are arting. We drew this. We're mulling on it while I eat some pasta. How's your night going, John?
I should say though, important caveat, very important caveat. The lettering I did not do. That was done for me based on a template I made in Canva by the wonderful and talented Gigglepuss Gang, who redrew it for me. And while doing some drawing, what are you drawing? Are you drawing a Katie Sucks at Gaming logo? Because that would be eerily similar to what we're doing. That would be weird. I would have hiccups. Which is new information. Whew! That would be. You're like, it came to me in a dream. A broken controller. And Katie Sucks at Gaming in the middle. I'm doing overlays? Ooh, are they themed? Is there a general vibe to them? Are they for you? I had a dream where I was drawing a Katie Sucks at Gaming logo. Wait, did you really? Snorlax themed, but also yes. No. My thing's... There we go. Also yes. Like, wait, did you really? What did it look like? I won't steal it. I'm just curious. Oh, yes to overlays. Got it. That makes a lot more sense. I was like, this is niche. Niche content, John. Niche lax. Let me see if I can find it. I would love to see that. Share with the class. I'm kidding. You don't have to if you don't want to. I think we've done something here. I don't know what it is exactly that we've done, but we've done something. And I'm not sure that I have... Unless I can do... We're going to duplicate this and try something. Because there's this, like... Oh, yeah. There's, like, a big film around this that I am not here for. We'll work on this. And then once we've cleaned this up adequately, we will actually read somebody. John, I apologize. I actually didn't know you were an artist. I did not know that about you. How long have you been artisting for? Are you a free range artist? I'm kidding. Are you freelance? Holding a pencil at 2, I think. Wow, really? I'm genuinely impressed by that. My dad and my sister were always very naturally talented artists. And I always thought that I had to do what they did to be considered like creative or artistic. And I could never do their kind of art, so I never thought I had creativity in me. And then one day I wanted to draw an emote, and now here we are. You are creative. I know, thank you. I'm not saying that I still believe that. But I was expressing that I was misguided. Also, I'm very glad that Justice is streaming right now and can't see me doing this, because he'd probably be like, why are you doing this to this thing that I made for you? I say everybody has a bit of creativity. Oh, yeah, no, they do. But, like, I think I got stuck in this idea that it had to be what I had seen for it to qualify. Like, there was one brand and nothing else counted. And I was limiting myself unfairly.
I'll clip it and post it in a stream. No! No, please don't. I genuinely don't want him to be annoyed. Don't bother him. I'm sure he's doing something very important. I sounded like the creator from TikTok that does the stop. It's time for your mandatory crust level check. I know I'm teasing. He's cleaning up alien guts. Ew. Gross. He's like a space janitor. Why does this keep happening to me? Oh, and I did a giant line through it. Okay, it's right there. I was like, what point did I do that? Check DMs. I found the random doodle on my broken controller. Oh, I want to see. Wait, DMs where? Like Twitch DMs? No, Discord. There it is. I love this! This is so good! You're so talented! How long ago did you draw that? I have such an affinity for... I'm sorry. I have such an affinity for, like, black and white drawings like that. Like, I don't know if you did that with pen, but it almost looks like a pen drawing. For full neon sign effect, you should have a white or light blue line in the center of the letter lining. I'm just seeing if this shading is going to change anything, to be honest with you. I'm not even going to do the whole thing. Just want to see if that makes it pop against the controller. And that's why I duplicated it too, so I don't have to worry about fucking it up. She says that she gets very precise about it anyway. Because of who I am as a person, fundamentally. Oh, I did this in Procreate. John Lax, I legitimately thought you were trying to tell me that you drew that broken controller when you were 2 or 1. And I was like, my god, I'm excused. I don't think it was worth it. I think it looks better without. Good heavens, no. I'm just imagining little John Lax, and as honestly, because I've never seen a picture of you, and I'm not soliciting that. I'm just picturing a small Snorlax, like, doodling away, living their best life. And I love that for you. Yeah, we're on to something. I just don't know if this is quite what we're on to. How did my life line up this way? That these stupid buttons are the same color at the end of the letters. So there's no contrast whatsoever. Is that the order that they are? Yeah, it is. God damn it. I had to look at my Xbox controller because I don't know things. Katie sucks at knowing things. We're on to something. Could darken the whole controller a bit so the logo sticks out more. This is true. Let's duplicate it and play. I'm gonna merge this one down so we know it's the sampler. I think it makes the blue fade more noticeable, but I'm not mad. I am not mad. I want to try something though. I'm gonna do this quick and shitty, but all of my emotes have white outline on them, and I'm just gonna quickly do that. Just because it's an impulse, not that I think I actually need it. Oh, thank you for the host, Mother Tamago. You're so kind. I appreciate you. We're back to the crust level check voice. Although I think she's a bit more Jersey. Not sure. This is somehow making me like it more. Maybe it's just because of the habit. I don't know if auto hosts even work anymore. I don't think they do. Because something weird happened with them, right? Like they're not by default anymore. That's what auto implies, dumbass. Like, I don't know if they phased them out or they're broken or what the situation is. That didn't work. It's okay. think they got rid of it, but it might be back, but who knows what Twitch does. Honestly, I don't think Twitch knows what Twitch does. I think Twitch gets news about itself from Twitter, and they're like, we did? For when? For why? For how often? And they're like, good for us. And they're like, you should not, that is not what we meant. You did not understand, read, or even acknowledge the assignment. Twitch. Find my news from other people on Twitter before Twitch decides to tell me. Honestly. Honestly. That's how it always is with me. Alright, we're getting somewhere. Just don't know where we're getting. Should this be an emote? I'm not gonna be detailed, she says. I'm just doing like a draft. So we don't have to worry about how well it's executed, she says. And then we do this shit. And then we're where we are. Then we act the way that we are all of the time. Fundamentally, as people. Get out of here, lonely screen. Don't be rude. Don't be fucking rude. Good night, Lonely Screen. Good night, Katie and the Sucks at Gaming crew. Good night, Tons. Good luck with your house search. I'm Search Wolt. Jesus Christ. I'm sure we'll talk before your search ends. But I hope you dream of a tiny house complex, is what I was trying to say. I'm Search It Will. Yeah. Yep. I'm Search It Will, sure. Yeah. Good night, Tons. Good night, Tons. Sleep well. Thank you for hanging out. think I actually did too much white. I'm gonna start over on this one. I think it needs to literally be a line. Yeah. Why am I the way that I am? Your butt controller is amazing. 10 out of 10 would tap again. I love that for you. Welcome to Katie Sucks at Gaming. Yes, I am always like this. What can I get for you today? My contacts are drying out. I feel like this needs to be darker. Maybe this was lightened too much. Or maybe we can do like a gray. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I keep hearing the birds in this song that's playing, and I keep thinking it's my nose whistling because I'm a fucking lunatic. I'm like, wow, what is wrong with my sinuses? Am I okay? To which the answer is obviously no. This is a draft, Katie. This is not... I just made a TikTok. What was it? A Katie Sucks at Gaming exclusive. Mother Tamago releases another TikTok. Our sources say she's in cahoots with Mix It Up Bot. The extent to which their relationship goes is unclear. Do you know the sound right now that goes, "You look so dumb right now"? Yes. The text overlay is something that's actually dumb. We're lovers. We are. I hope that the overlay is you talking about being in a love affair with Mix It Up. I hope that's what it is. I hope it's that audio, and it's not even you explaining anything or doing a trend or a bit. It's just you turning the camera to show that you're watching my stream, and you're like, "You look so dumb right now. You look so dumb. So dumb." Minimal effort TikToking. When they tell me I can't stream TV shows on Twitch or not get into DMCA, but I pay for my own Netflix so I can stream it whenever and wherever I want. It's called Netflix streaming for a reason. I love that. You heard it here first, folks. Mama Tamago would never, could never, shan't ever. Okay, but the shading does help the letters pop against this. I'm not entirely mad at it. Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I didn't want Pokemon fans to go after me. I don't know anything about that creator. Like, I'm just picking up context clues from what you just said to me. I have no idea why that's connected. I don't either, but anything she does is just big streamer news and I have to see it. Oh, really? Somehow I never get the big streamer, like, partnered Twitch news. How long has my cursor been in the middle of lonely screen? You look so dumb right now. You look so dumb. This is my whole brand. The next thing is that she watched 10 episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender on stream and now it's banned on Twitch. Why would you ever be able to watch... Never mind. I'm not getting into this. I'm gonna drop it there. I'm not one to be trusted. Vashawn, thank you for the hydrant. I mean, yeah, it is working. We're talking about it. I hope the conspiracy theory is that she's like, this Katie sucks at gaming chick never gets any of the news about me. I find it upsetting. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do something so big, someone else will come into her chat and talk about it. Because I'm sick of this shit. Sick of it. I'm Pokimane, not Poke-alt. Has my part been like this all day? All day? All of today? This is why people call me and tell me they're disappointed. Oh my god. Remember when I said we were gonna do 2 things and be done? Silly ass. Silly. Full of silliness. We're really done now. For now. Because this is not intended to be a real thing yet. This, I can't leave you with this white line looking like this. So sorry. How embarrassing. Okay, now we can look for somebody to raid. Because I think that's as far as I'm gonna get today. I think it's something. I haven't seen concentric circles in an analog stick in so long. Is that not accurate, Vashon? Oh my god, it's all falling apart! It was fun to watch you draw while I edit. Yeah, of course. Thanks for hanging out. And sharing your exclusive TikTok information with us. Mine just had 1 circle. You're probably right, Vashon. I just wanted it to have some kind of dimension because everything else had dimension and it felt weird to leave those 2 spots alone. I don't know. Probably overthinking this. What if I made it super tiny? Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Like, you know, I made like a really detailed thing and I love that you get to see that right now. Love it. So cute. Okay, seriously, we're gonna look for somebody to raid. Who's on Twitch.tv? Let's see. Ooh, I just cracked my neck. I hope the mic picked that up. It felt amazing. Open link in new tab. Who on this day is available for such a thing called raiding? I know exactly who we're raiding. We're going to be raiding the lovely, the wonderful Maddie Munster. Even if she is ending soon, I trust her implicitly to take you to a safe location. She's playing some Witcher 3. She's another really lovely, chaotic, hilarious streamer. You're gonna love her. The vibes are similar in their immaculate nature. I don't think I know them. I think I met them through Pit Injury a while ago. Polo, we were talking about you earlier. It's so nice to see you. We're about to raid, though. I hope you're doing well. Did I spell her name right?
how embarrassing for me. Okay. We're gonna head over there. What about you? Just lovely things and how much we enjoy your presence and we hope you're doing well. No, I'm kidding. We were talking about, there was a while ago, you and Reavers were telling me that there was something from my channel trailer you were saying around the house. And it warmed my heart. I really enjoyed that. It was a very lovely thing to say. But anyway, thank you again for hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you all have a lovely Tuesday. I will be back on Wednesday for more nonsense. I don't know what that nonsense is going to be specifically, but I will be here and it will be nonsense. We're going to say nice things to Maddie. Maddie of the Munsters. If you are a subscriber of the channel, copy and paste that first raid call for me. If you're a follower of the channel, copy and paste that second one. Until I see you again, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Be creative. I don't know. Be nice to yourself. It's hard to do sometimes. I love you. I'll see you on Wednesday.